All right, we are back. I'm like watching the countdown to see when I go live again, forgetting that that's the whole point of a 30-second delay. I am so bad about that. That's the problem whenever you both cast and play, is that you turn the delay off for when you play and then you forget to... I've got 2 different profiles set up, I just forget to switch them. I wish I could assign a profile to go with a scene selection, because I don't ever use my NGS scene selection, except when I'm on this other profile, but I forget because I'm smart. So we do go ahead and have Stitches coming out from Magius, and also the last Malkier. The final Malkier, the penultimate Malkier. Sonya was picked first, and they say, okay, well, Sonya does a lot of damage to our backline, so let's just not have a backline. That would be interesting. Basically, like, the sumo squad comes out here. Nothing but bruisers and tanks, and, like, Karazim. Alright, we do have Brightwing coming out of Cactopus, and the Junkrat coming from Smack Loud, Smack Loud. I don't know why that we're singing his name, but we definitely are. Cat, will you please? Cat's like, I want to be on the camera too, and I'm like, well, you can be, just not in front of me. I'm important. Nope. You're a lap cat now. We do have Mei being banned out because we don't yet have a tank. We do have both a tank and an offlaner, so I do expect to see a healer ban. And indeed, we do have Anduin taken out. That tells me to a certain extent they want to make sure that people can't get out of their kill combos. That means we may have Leap going into something, or something going into Leap. So apparently they do decide to go against what I said about not having, just having a whole bunch of sumos come out. Because they do get Falstad and Jaina, 2 people that are noticeably not designed around having... Cat, will you please freaking move? Designed around not being punched in the face by Sonya. So Jaina will have a good time if she can get into the back line. ETC and Diva. Okay, so double, we do have double Bruiser coming out. Junkrat, the solo hard DPS. We'll have Malfurion doing a lot of sleepy sleeps. Malfurion's an extra good one, almost like Ana, where you can go ahead and just drop down a Entangle in order to put Brightwing to sleep the second Brightwing comes in. Very, very, very nice, like soft counter to Brightwing. But we're going to the game right now. I will get your predictions up. Stay tuned for just a second, and you'll be able to bet.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1. Gets one. Looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Alright, we do have predictions up. You have probably like a minute left by the time you hear this. We do go and have coming in on the blue side of the battlefield, very, very appropriate, being that they are Frostbite. Do have, as I just said, Frostbite, the Federation of Frenzy. Magius is going to be playing the Stitches. Miss Nugget on the Malfurion. Apollo coming in on Falstad. We have Darkseer coming in on Jaina. And then last Malkier going to be on the Blaze. On the opposite of the battlefield, we do have a hard stuck support group. The hierarchy of... What is an H word that means domination? The hierarchy of disharmony. There we go. We'll go and use that. Random engineer going to be the ETC Smackrat on the Junkrat. We do going to have Omar G playing the Diva A. We do have Cactopus on the Brightwing, and then sneaking down is Jave Desi on the Sonya, hiding in bottom lane. No one tell anyone she's down there. We do go ahead and have a lot of little brawl. It is 5 versus 3. Random engineer might not want to step forward. Just go ahead and slide on back. Slide on back. No, you don't, Ektar. We do have random injury coming up here. Just go ahead and boop everyone around. Does not commit the slide. A lot of damage coming in. Just go ahead and slide out of that. Locks Magus in the Blizzard, but Magus doesn't care about the Blizzard because Blizzard from his own team. And Frostbite is so good, you can actually go ahead and get Blizzarded. And, you know, you're Frostbite, so you don't care about that. Let me go ahead and fix this stupid... Boop, boop. A lot of damage on Dorkster. Jaina got a little bit... I wish I'd be able to see that, but I was kind of in the middle of other things. We'll go ahead and take a look at this. We do have Frequent Flyer coming out of the Falstad, New Habits on the Blaze, Fingers of Frost on that Jaina, and Prog Rock coming out of the ETC. Big old fat 0 on getting 13 from the Stitches. Terrible. A lot of damage coming on the Magus, but Magus is a big freaking zombie dude. It'll be okay for right now. Da, 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 da. I don't know why I'm singing the A-Team, but I am. You know, you don't actually have a reason to do the things you do. You just have to, like, own it. That's what I've learned from, like, a lifetime of being me. Don't worry about it making sense. Worry about it being amazing. Do go and have a nice rotation coming up here. Apollo is standing out in the area. Random Engineer, it looked like they were thinking about going in there. They're like, wait, there's, like, no medium wave here. I'll just take all of the blasts. "19 spider butts are in for Hearthstone support group. Only 12 are in on the side of Frostbite. Random, you're being a little like you do realize that none of your like allies are nearby. Nice. Several person stun comes in. They don't boop anyone back into their team though, and we do have Magus goes in and says, "Hey, can you stand over by me?" Diva's an interesting pick into the format. I've got to say, I'm not 100% sure why they picked her. Because she's definitely not side soaking. I thought that might be a 1-3-1 situation, but no. Diva's just walking around with the beef. Where's the beef? Right here. Where's the beef? Right here. I'm in a good mood because it's my day. All right, last Malkyr takes a little bit of damage from Jave Desi. There is Random Engineer, gets hooked out. Omar does have the nuke up and ready to go. We are on the verge of level 7s for both teams right now. And it does look like we've got a full turn-in on the side of Hardstuck support group.
Descend, my daughters. Descend and destroy the red team.
Alright, Dorkster might be a little bit out of there. Just go and get stunned. There is a big old bomb. Dorkster, you can't go that way, but you also don't have Ice Block. Nice screening coming in from Magus and McNugget in order to keep Dorkster alive. And there's nobody up here, so Dorkster will be okay. But Dorkster, you need to... Don't stay out extended! Alright, we're okay. Everyone breathe. So we do go ahead and have a big wave pushing mid. Everyone went top to deal with that. Dorkster is coming around, but is actually safe. Omar takes a bunch of damage coming down. Dorkster looking to finish that off, but does get hit by the wave of death. Does get booped out by their own... No, it was the other person's Junkrat. My brain is stuck on the idea of all the DPS being on the side of Frostbite because of the D.Va and the Sonya. We do have Dorkster going up to that Hall of Storms in the sky. Actually, not really up into the one in the sky. He's going to the Hall of Storms right here. Boop, boop.
Bring them to me. Do this now.
So we do have a... that is the end of the Spider Wave. They did not get any of the structures with it. And we do have a full turn-in available on the side of Frostbite. They need to actually be able to turn it in. They're holding 58, and they only need to turn in 38. The repetition of 8 made me feel like I was wrong, and I was scared. I'm sorry, I don't know why the A-team is stuck in my head. Little blaze blasting on out of here, blasting off at the speed of light. We gotta have a random engineer going through. And there's a Magius. Sweetie cat. Alright, a random engineer lurking around the edge. Did we take... Prog Rock, loudspeakers, and echo pedal? Okay. Alright, there's a big ol' nice stun onto the Stitches. A little bit of free damage from the Junkrat. Omar G runs in there. Level 10s are picked up for both teams. We have micro missiles coming out for Omar G, going ahead and getting that. There is Cactopus getting pulled in immediately into the roots, and that's going to be a Brightwing that can't do much of anything. But we do go ahead and have Random Engineer goes in, gets the Mosh Pit. No real damage coming into Apollo, though. We do go ahead and have Sonya gets eaten by Magus. Oh, I guarantee you, comms are not very... They're like, dude, what? At least that's what I sound like whenever I get a massive mosh and no fallout damage comes in. Man, again, the synergy. We do go and have a big old boom, boom, boom. I hadn't thought about that, but Malfurian's also a little bit of a, like, counter to D.Va, because if you put down the roots right before D.Va's mech dies, you can basically capture her right away. It's your own little pet D.Va. It's like a Pokemon. Less Malkier down at the bottom, losing up screen time because everything's happening up top, but does go and get these Siege Giants, going to be pushing in very, very, very hard. Sonya looks like she is on her way down here and being like, these are my towers, get away. So far, a lot of denial of turn-in happening, but they're not actually being super successful at getting rid of them. There's still 62 spider butts in possession. And a second consecutive turn-in on the side of a hard-stuck support group. Alright, they are up here. We got a polymorph onto the beef. We do go in and get a big old gust. A random engineer is kind of up, but there is the Riptire going ahead and blasting Apollo. Apollo down to half health. There is the mosh pit. Once again, we've got a stun. Jesse is here, goes in and gets the leap. Apollo is very, very low, and Falstad will be chicken wings for dinner, everybody. We don't have venison in this match because no one took Ludara, but we've got the chicken. Magius is very, very low, and it's going to be the next sacrifice. Big old wave of death comes through, catches, I think, both McDuggan and Dorkster. McDuggan goes down. Dorkster's the only one left alive. Omar does not want to let that live, and indeed will not. Meanwhile, in the middle, last Malkier is the sole survivor. But I don't know if they can save this. There's a wave of death that comes through, and bye-bye fort. No? Okay, there it goes. We do go and have a lot of damage being done to this keep. However, everyone is respawning. They might have overstayed their wake-ups a little bit. Omar G is like, I've still got it. I got guns, I got kittens, I got into Stitch's stomach. I got guns, I got kittens, I got into Stitch's stomach. Dun, da, 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 da. Actually catches the edge of that. They did kind of force the nuke out, but they also lost the keep, which is definitely not what you want to happen at the 10-minute mark. All right, we do have Omar G pacing back and forth. A lot of pressure in the middle. We do go in at the second Wave Weaver phase. They're actually not defending top, which is the lane they have the most advantage, which I'm a bit surprised about. They do clear out bottom very, very quickly. A lot of damage going in. Polymorph landing on Magius. Dave Desi is going back and forth. They're trying to get this down. There's a big old blizzard coming down, but actually the blizzard doesn't quite hit the fort. I think that could have been placed a little bit better. Omar goes forward, but then realizes the team isn't with them. And they do have a Web Weaver at their gates. Enemy at the gates, except there's a big freaking spider. We moving through, getting a lot of pressure done. And there does die the first Web Weaver phase coming out of Frostbite. There, once again, we have a lot going on. Backloud just goes ahead and puts a lot of damage. We do have False Head going down. Magius is on the wrong side of the battlefield. Random Engineer trying to keep this, but meanwhile, Dorkster just keeps being in positions where it's just like there's a whole big mass of orange blocking the Dorkster from going where Dorkster wants to go. Random Engineer is not letting the zombie go. Oh, there's Tranquility. I didn't actually notice which ult that was. One second, guys. Having to deal with a co-caster. Alright, we do gonna have the boss being taken. Now keep in mind, this is the lane where there is no keep up. And there's also no attempt to stop this. No one is moving in that direction. There are people in the area, but they're just more interested in experience. They are down 16s at the moment, so they don't want to fight right here. But meanwhile, there is a siege camp at the bottom. I'm going to go in and start pressing into this lower fort. But while this is happening, they do go in and get a turn in. They don't quite have enough to get a spider phase, but they're close.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Alright, we do go ahead and have this being picked up. They do have the 9 they need. Oh my god, cat. So this has nothing to do with the actual cast right now, but I'm wearing a fishnet shirt from the back, and my cat keeps squishing his tail right along my back. And I'm like, okay, I can actually feel that now. Stop. So it does look like the boss was cleaned up by the side of Frostbite, without any actual damage being done to the core. Shields did hold. Alright, we do have Smack Loud. Does go in and get hooked. There is Omar G, moves forward, then walks back. Does have the bomb ready to go. Dave Desi getting kind of low, taking a lot of damage from this Falstad. Alright, we do have the Web Weaver moving in on the core from the side. There's a big old blast coming out of the Junkrat. Last Malkir is going to go down. First time I've actually seen him go because he's been on the other side of the map the whole time. I just imagine Comms was like, why do you guys keep dying? And then he's like, oh, I get it. I get it. Oh, Jaina has left the game. Do you go and have a, okay, Jaina is back. Was going over to see if I needed to go to a you can't see the map screen, but nobody paused. And again, I keep saying this a lot, but it is 1000% the team's responsibility to pause. Don't wait for your opponents to do it for you. The other day I was casting a game and someone was like, pause please. And I'm like, no, you pause? What? Alright, we have a little bit of bush gank coming through here. And once again, we do have this amazing. Oh, nice gust. We do go ahead and get the put to sleep. Omar G going to be demexed in a second. There is the leap comes in, catches 2 people. The Riptire moves in. Jaina is in an ice block. But the ice block expires before the Riptire does, and Jaina goes down. We do get a demech on the Diva, but the baby Diva is still running around with her little baby Diva gun. McNugget down to about half health. We do have a last Malkier in the back line getting polymorph, trying to get out of here, but Sonya is not having any of that. Says, get out of here, StarCraft hero. Diablo is the place to be a bruiser. Alright, Venom Injury takes a lot of damage, may go down. Cactopus moves in, oh, just barely saves him. And we do have the core down to 20. Okay, this looks like it's going to be the end, and it absolutely is. We do go ahead and have the game 1 ends with Hard Stuck support group. Does go ahead and win 12 kills to 1. Very, very, very well played series. We'll have to see what Frostbite does in order to try and come back, because that was a very, very, very good engage, good strat, good strategy. Looking at things, we do go and have Dorkster leading the way on the damage charts with 51,000. Junkrat doing 46,000 and falls down with 44. So most of the damage is on the side of Frostbite. It was just, it kind of ended up being meaningless damage because it didn't really lead to kills. Looking in terms of healing, we can go ahead and note Brightwing did get 85,000 healing done. But again, that's one of those like fake stats because most of the damage was coming from the other team. So Malfurion didn't have as much to heal. In terms of experience, we do have Malkier leading the way. Not really surprising. We did see Sonya peel off and help quite a bit. Talents, we got those. Well, and Omar, the only one who actually got their level 20 talent picked for the end of the game. Come on, guys! But here they are. Copy them, use them, abuse them. Flame politely if you want to. And I will see you in game number 2 in just a second. In the meantime, though, mark your calendars on May 6th, 7th, and 8th. I will be doing a charity drive for the Lupus Foundation of America. So that will be happening on this channel. Be aware of it and be awesome. Hey there, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get into the next game in just a second, I promise. But while we're in between, I did want to let you know that on May 6th, 7th, and 8th, I'm going to be participating in Game 1 to End Lupus for the Lupus Foundation of America. If you type !charity in chat, you can find out a link to the donation page. If you type in !bosses, you can see all of the bosses we got ready to go, because we are dedicating the weekend in order to overcoming adversity. So there's just a bunch of bosses that I've got queued up. Saves are ready, and we're going to be overcoming them, having fun, beating some of the biggest challenges that I've run into in my gaming career, and ending Lupus. Hello, hello, hello. Great timing on that donation. Thank you very much, Smacklad. I appreciate it. You did get to see the highest level playback for whenever somebody actually goes ahead and gets that. It's the closest thing to a theme song I have in gaming, because that song just moved me so much. It became like Lidus's my most ongoing, longest term RPG character ever. So yay, well done. We do go ahead and have first ban on the Junkrat. I do not blame that. The Junkrat definitely displaced people a lot and led to a lot of kills. We are on Carson Hollow. As you can see at the top of the screen, we are at 1-0, hard tech support group. So we do get Varian banned out again. Same bans coming out of Hardstuck so far. Stukov once again being the ban, so they're more afraid of the illusory Stukov than anything they saw last game, other than the Junkrat. Cat, please. Get some meow meow. Alright, last ban is going to be on the Johanna. People still banning out the Johanna. Not that I think she's bad. I think the balance was pretty good, but I don't think she's necessarily like, you must ban this hero. Ooh, and we do have last Malkir going on the Dehek Deheka.
My blades are yours.
Once again, oh, I like ran into my mic because I'm super professional at this. We do have Jave Desi going on Sonya once again, and Cactopus once again on the Brightwing. That said, when you win the game, you may not need to pick up, but we do have Magius going to Anubarak, something that we have not seen before, and definitely one of the most unfun heroes in the game. Anubarak is just basically like, yo, you want to not play the game for about 8 seconds? Last time we did this whole stitches into entangling roots from Malfurion in order to not let you play the game for a while. This time I'm just going to be a Nubarak. Why rely on my healer for a long involved combo when my kit just does it automatically? Alright, we do have the Rhaegar band out because there is no healer. And once again, are we gonna have a tank band here? I bet we will, I bet we will, I bet we will. Hello, Prostman. Yeah, my little Void Kitty, one of my two. That was Opera. Aren't you proud of me? I actually said your name correctly. I keep wanting to say Postman Pratt instead of Postman Pat. But that time I actually got it right. Woot woot. We do have the May band, like we said, because we did not have a tank yet on the side of the red team. Frostbite says, you know what? You know who's well equipped to deal with a Frostbite? It's May, so we can't let you have it. Blaze, not well equipped to deal. Although you could argue, there's a roaring fire inside his suit, so he'd probably be okay with it. And we do also have the Li Ming from SmackCloud. Miss Nugget getting their Anduin, their favorite Andy. And we do go and have Dorkster on the Kael'thas. Interesting. Leaving their trademark Jaina. That's really odd, actually. I wonder what the cause for that is. Because that's the thing, like, Jaina and Kael'thas aren't that different. Jaina slows Kael'thas. I guess you're going for a little bit longer of a combo with the Anubarak, with the double stun into the gravity lapse. And just letting Vala unload. So I'm gonna say, like, I know Dorkster is more comfortable on Jaina, and the two aren't that dissimilar, but Kael'thas does have a stun, which must be the reason for this pick. I learn eventually. Alright, we are going to the game, and we do have a Tracer, ladies and gentlemen. Tracer definitely going to making life uncomfortable for Vala and Kael'thas. Probably more Kael'thas. Vala can go auto-attack build and just be like, okay, Tracer, come in. Come at me. But I will see you in the game. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome to the game, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Frostbite spawning in on the left-hand side of the map. They are going to be represented by Apollo playing the Vala, last Malkier on the Dino Bro, Dahaka. We do go to have Magius playing the Anubarak. We do go ahead and have Dorkster on... Is that Cyberpunk Kale Foss? Dorkster just casually using a band skin. Terrible. And we do lastly have the... Miss Nugget on Anduin. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go and have Cactopus coming out on Brightwing. Omar G going to be playing the Tracer. Random Engineer on Blaze. We do have Smackloud is going to be on Li Ming. Then once again, Sonya moving to the side of the map is played by Jay Desi. This is a hard stuck support group. Your team in orange. All right, once again, we do have the 5 versus 3. Li Ming already moving to the top of the map, so a little bit of a soak advantage going to be on the hand by Hardstuck support group. No one currently moving south. It does look like Dorkster is like, oh, okay, that's my job. It can't move. We do go and have the camps being started up by really both sides. This is actually, they're both doing exactly correct because the tribute is here. They are taking these camps on the tribute side of the map. That way they take the far tributes later, and their opponents have to move a little bit farther away to actually get that. I did not mean to drag that quickly. I apologize. I'm getting very rude. That's Malkier does go and take a cannonball to the butt. Oh, nice. MacLeod tried to zip away and was actually... Master Malkier predicted that they would go right there. But there's a lot of damage. Dorkster is trying to stay out of this. We do go and have in terms of talents. We do go the auto attack build from Vala, trying to punish that Tracer if Tracer gets too close. We also do go in and have Race Car on a Nubarak and Mana Addict coming from that Kale Foss.
Having trouble staying grounded?
Oh, Jave Desi takes a bunch of damage. Malkier is taking out on Smackloud, but here's the thing, keep in mind that Malkier can stay up here up until the point he's needed. Smackloud will have to go down there eventually, most likely. Vala going to go ahead and pick this up. Meanwhile, on the other side, same thing. Tribute is coming up. Jave Desi, the only one immediately in the area. I think they could have actually finished the channel if they actually had started channeling it immediately. Like, there was a bit of a slow response from Hardstuck support group. Alright, Dahaka does burrow down here real quick in order to make this a uneven engagement. Jave Desi is trying to run away very, very, very low, down to 400 health. There is the Pulse Bomb, does miss out. We do have Magus, goes in and gets hit by the Surround. There is a big, big stun on Random Engineer, and Blaze will go down. Jave Desi is in the thick of it, but in the thick of it is Vala going ahead and landing that. Vala gets a double kill. Look at Omar G right now. Now Omar G stands for Omar going away. That is the first tribute in favor of Frostbite. A small Curie is coming up here to stop Smackloud and get some of this yummy, yummy, yummy experience. Num 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 num. Oh, Apollo probably shouldn't have shown. The fact that SmackCloud saw that Apollo was also up here may have made them a little bit more concerned about a possible game. Ooh, a lot of damage coming in. That was Seeker. You're gonna have that being picked up.
Gather tribute or
This one's
face
not
my
up for another
curse.
30 seconds.
The choice is simple.
This is going to be on Harstuck's side of the map. A little bit of a difficult one to engage into if you are Frostbite. All right, not even going to contest it as Cactopus goes in and picks that up and makes it 1-1. Meanwhile, Apollo and Miss Nugget going to go ahead and pick up this camp. Both bosses are up. Neither team making a move for him just yet. Apollo currently up to 41 stacks of Creed of the Hunter. Level 10's picked up for both sides. We do go ahead and get Leap, Quantum Spike, Disintegrate, Blink Heal, and Unknown. Coming out of the side, there we have the bunker. Coming out of the side of Harstuck Support Group. On the other side, we do get Cocoon, Rain of Vengeance, Light Bomb, Isolation, and Phoenix. Bit surprised that we don't see Pyroblast and just a hope for Glass Cannon. Alright, Tongue does miss from the last Malkier. Dorster coming around the side. There is the jump and the stun of the Miss Nugget. A lot of damage to the back. Light Bomb comes out. A big old stun, and we do go and have a kill onto the Sonya. Omar G gets pickled a little bit by Apollo. Random Engineer going to go ahead and catch Flame Strike. But you know what? He is Blaze. Is Backlight going to get out of here? Mouse Malkier is hunting down Omar G. Omar G doing a great job of juking Glass Malkier, but then as Tracer shows up, Omar's like, okay, I can't juke auto attacks. That's literally the way the game is made. So we do have 2 tributes to 1 right now in favor of Frostbite. Definitely a different game than what we saw last time. You know, as we did see in that fight, we did have the first quest finished for Creed of the Hunter. And obviously, Vala has not died, seeing as no one on Frostbite has died yet. That is one thing we can point out, is that it's 4 kills to 0. Very, very opposite of the 1 to 12 we saw in the first game.
Of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
Alright, Cactopus goes ahead and teleports away. I'm going to go up top in order to help out Li Ming. It's interesting that we've got... Ah! What the heck? No? I have no idea what caused that. It is interesting that we've got the Bruisers not squaring off against each other. Probably staying up here to get the soak because both of them have teleports. Omar's trying to channel this. Dorkster is in the area. Boop. There's Nugget getting in there. Li Ming gonna do what they can. Omar takes a huge bit of damage and just gets deleted. Like Jack of all going to be the next target. We do have the commitment by Brightwing to come down here, but there is Blaze in the middle of a lot of blue health bars. Let's go ahead and use the homie bunker, but is that going to be enough? It's going to be enough for Blaze, but Jack Debbie's the next one to be targeted. So they are saying, just get the tribute, stop fighting them. And the tribute will indeed be gotten.
And now
What?
you shall fall.
All right, match is coming in here. Obviously, right now, Hardstuck is cursed, and they're pushing it every lane. Dahaka coming up here. Top fort does go down. I'm so good at the wordsmithing.
Hero slain.
You know, Blaze does go ahead and Kael'thas gets picked off down below. RMRG and Random Engineer move in there. That's going to make it hard to push into the bottom fort. But meanwhile, very, very, very big push happening in the middle right now.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Right now, about a half level lead, maybe a 3/4 of a level lead coming on the side of Frostbite. They're definitely able to push us towards a game 3 at the moment. We'll have to see if that works out. They do start making a move towards boss as the curse ends. I do like that they did not waste the curse trying to pick up the boss.
Enough! The curse is over. I hope you made the most of it.
Response on the other side of also taking their own boss. Mulkir, you can't do anything about this. Like, I appreciate the gumption, but big ol' root happens. Nice burrow in order to keep them happy. But unless Malkir's in the middle of a lot. Polymorph comes down. Big ol' blast from Blaze. And we do have the dinosaur has gone instinct temporarily. Apollo is in the middle of a lot of stuff. Trying to go in and get this. Homie Bunker goes in and lights fire. Kicks the tires and lights the fires.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Taka, the only one that actually went down there. Although it came very, very close for Omar. Or not for Omar, for Vala. Hello, Brachus. Yeah, do you mind? Love me on your own time.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
So we do go and have another tribute. Now keep in mind, we have to have another 3 tributes before the tribute happens again in favor of Frostbite. Only 2 are needed for Hardstuck. Both teams will go ahead and get their mercenary camps, get those pushing while the tribute fight happens. And here we are fanning out, waiting for this engage. Les Malkir is dealing with Tracer over here on the side. There's a big leap comes in on the bit, and we do have Kael'thas just gets absolutely deleted by Hardstuck's support group. Li Ming versus Kael'thas. Looks like Arcane beats fire today, friends. Now just tries to get this in the back, but needs to be careful. They are outnumbered, and here comes a lot of damage onto Apollo. Apollo gets stunned. This looks like it's going to be a twofer, and Apollo does suffer their first death. Up to 82 stacks, but only at this point gets a 20% attack speed bonus. For those of you like Brachus that don't know this game so well, this level 1 talent, he is called a Gambit talent. Every 50 basic attacks increases Hatred's damage bonus by 1% up to 6, so at 300 it maxes out. You gain 25% bonus attack speed, but every death reduces that bonus by 5%, so it's down to 20 now that she's died once.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
Alright, they're going to go and try and get this cleaned out. This is a good curse for Hardstuck. This is the one that the last time this happened, we did have it just given up by the side of Frostbite, but were they going to do that this time, knowing it will lead to curse?
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Alright, Cactopus is already channeling. As Malkir is in the area, but Dahaka doesn't have any long-range stops. And we do have the curse come in. Matches commits right after it's too late to commit. Dorsal getting clap spawn, and we do go ahead and have the Kel'Thas is Thale tossed. I don't know. So that's 1 for 1, and Sonya also went down. The Incinerate comes down on Matches, and that goes in and gets cleaned up. But very, very, very low health bar in the back. Polymorph comes down on Tracer. Apollo trying to get out. That is not Tracer, that is Vala. Vala suffers her second death in as many minutes. Random Engineer slightly mistimed that. Malkier, one of those things almost looks like me to grab a Diva Bomb. It's like, wait, did you want to keep them right at you? Because maybe the answer is no. All right, we do go ahead and have the first keep of the game taking damage. Actually, 2 of them. But the curse is over, and almost everyone is back up. A Nubrak's back up, or almost have Vala again. They want to go ahead and get this, and Disintegrate will go ahead and get it done. It does 50 D10 damage, offering a Constitution saving throw. But both keeps go down. That means there's continual catapult pressure coming across the map from those 2. Occasional catapult pressure coming here, but it is matched because both forts are down. Actually, every fort on this map is down at this point. Alright, we do have the boss picked up right here. Malkier actually came in to fight, and may have been a slight miscommunication because he showed up right as the rest of the team was falling back. Looks like he won't be punished for it just yet. Although, as I say that... Now, Anduin is kind of out in La La Land at the moment. Magius is in the area, but here comes the big rotation in. There's the stun, there's the poly, there is the death. Nice stuns coming out. Sonya kind of hanging out in the Humvee bunker at the moment. That is 2 kills to none as Hearthstone goes and marches down this top map, looking at the core, looking at possibly ending as the boss marches in. Oh, as the boss comes marching in. Oh, as the boss comes marching in. We do go and have actual damage. The shields are scratched. The paint is flaking off. We're down to 30%. This may be the end of the game. Very, very, very good early game, but towards the end, we just had Hearthstone come back online, and they go and take game number 2, sending Frostbite to their next match. It will be in about 40 minutes, being cast by Bloody Drapes. But in the meantime, let me go and see if I can get us a winner's interview with Hearthstone support group. All right, while we wait to see if anyone is going to be joining me, let's go ahead and look at the stats at the end of the game. I will get out of the way. So we do have, in terms of damage, Omar G does lead it by about a solid 10,000, 50,000 compared to Dorster's 39,000. Smackloud's 34,000. We do go ahead and have, in terms of healing, Cactus once again leading the way with 67,000. And we do go ahead and have, in terms of soak, Last Melchior does win the day against Shave Desi. Shave Desi again rotating out in order to get into a lot of engagements. Does look like I am joined now by a random engineer. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. First of all, kind of a gimme question. How are you guys feeling right now?
Oh, we're feeling good. We're feeling good. We had a monkey on our back. Hadn't had a victory in a while, so this one was definitely needed for the team morale, and we're riding a high right now.
Well, fantastic. I also want to say that my team appreciates the domination because that makes it more likely we'll get in the playoffs.
Awesome. We're all fighting for that last spot, right?
It's like the last 2 spots. With
Yeah.
this victory, I think you move up and take 7th place away from us. But at this
Okay.
point, Frostbite has to win a match, and the rest of their matches are against really, really good teams. So fingers crossed. As a queen,
Yep. Yep. I hear you. We looked at that too. Tried to do the mathematics and figure out what was the scenarios for getting in.
so at this point, I think I'm not going to say it's guaranteed. Like nothing's guaranteed, but what I will say is that I think you've got 2 matches left, and
Mhm.
they are against teams that are lower than you in the rankings. So
Mhm.
decent chance that you will take some games off of those. So it looks pretty good for you guys right now.
Yeah,
say
we got to
that
take
much.
every team seriously, but it does. I guess it's in our favor.
Yeah, I mean that's you absolutely do. I'll remind you that last night Ice Crown Citadel Queens was banging on the core of Regen Rebels, so every team can beat every other team.
Yeah, that's what's so awesome about it.
But going back to game number one, it definitely seemed like you went in with a plan and just executed it brilliantly. You ended up with like 12 kills to 1. What was your strategy going into that map?
Just generally Tomb of the Spider Queen. It's all about turn-ins and defending their turn-ins. So sometimes we have a lapse in concentration and forget to do that. So just really good comms by the entire team, looking for their turn-ins and stopping it after we got the first one. So other than that, really just trying to, as we're heading into the playoffs, narrow down maybe our hero pool a little bit. Not trying so many off-meta things, and just kind of getting people on more comfort picks.
All right, definitely makes a lot of sense. I did notice that I believe this is you. This is always the problem. I get to the second game, I'm like, wait, which team was which? Um, you were the team that I think that took both Diva and Sonya, and had Sonya as the offlaner and Diva with the 4-man. What was
Mhm.
the rationale behind that pick?
Um, Again, it was more just like a comfort pick. I mean, Omar G's got a pretty wide hero pool, so we kind of just let him pick whatever he wants. But yeah, we just felt Sonya was comfortable in the bottom lane, safe soaking, and you know, Diva adds a lot of different utility when she pops out of the mech and with her bombs, so just works well in the 4-man to disrupt those rotations and whatnot.
All right, makes sense. Um, Actually, speaking of offlaning, moving into game number 2, there was an interesting situation where you had Sonya trying to lane into, I believe it was their Kel'Thas, and on the other end of the battlefield, their Dahaka was going into your Li Ming. Why did
Yeah.
you set it up that way, or did you not really do it and you're just like, whatever, we'll do it?
No, that was purposeful. Yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of did that to shake it up a little bit, just to shake up the meta, um, make sure that they weren't going solo laner versus solo laner. Um, that was really the main reason. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. The other question that I had dealing with game number 2. Game number 2 started off very, very, very different than game number 1. They ended up getting like 4 kills unanswered towards
Yeah.
the beginning of the game.
Mhm.
What did you guys do to keep your mind together and be able to come back from that?
I mean, I always think, hey, this is Heroes of the Storm. I mean, there's comeback mechanics that are ingrained in the game. So just got to keep comms positive. Cursed Hollow is one where, yeah, they might get the first curse, but if it's at like, level 10, level 11, it's not as strong as it would be late game. So we knew if we just kind of kept our heads down and just made smart calls, didn't try to over engage, and didn't get wiped at times, that there would be opportunities for us and they might make some mistakes too. So we also know that, Tracer's a later scaling hero. So yeah, post 10, I think we were a little bit better of a team fighting team, and basically just got some better fights at times.
Fantastic. Well, those are all the questions about the games that I had. I do want to ask, I think you asked this before, but I always let people have a chance to talk about it. Where does the name Hardstuck Support Group come from?
Oh man. Yeah, well, I think SmackLoud came up with it, if I remember correctly. He got in the game in the last year, and we're just trying to grind that Storm League, try to get up past bronze, silver, gold, and just can't seem to make that climb. So we made a little signal group, and it was called the Hardstuck Support Group, and he came up with it. And yeah, I guess the team at times just feels hard stuck. So that's what we came up with. Pretty hilarious. And then we try to play into it with our little knight emblems that we use and the logo. So just try to be a little fun with it.
Makes a lot of sense. So, and then those are all the questions I had for you. Let me go and turn it over to you for shoutouts.
Yeah, shout out. I mean, again, thanks again for casting. We always appreciate it and go back and watch the games. So everything you do for the division and the league. Shout out to the team for putting up with me. Probably can be a little bit hard and try hard at times trying to win, but people are settling into their roles and big plays all over. So can't thank the team enough. Thanks to the significant others for giving us the time to play the game. Thanks for the opponents. Without the community and people playing, everybody couldn't be having fun like this. So yeah, it's just great. Loving it.
All right. Well, very, very much. I'll go ahead and echo. Thanks to the league for setting anything up and everyone for sticking with Here's the Storm. It was definitely scary when HGC went away, but we're actually gaining traction right now, and it's weird but cool.
Yeah. Love HOTS. Long live HOTS.
So I'll go ahead and let you go and bask in the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Feel free to carry me out of bronze if you're bored.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot again, and have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
All right, and with that, my name is Raka. If you don't know who I am, how did you get here? But welcome to my channel. Feel free to...
Great interview. Thanks again for the cast. Always really insightful and entertaining.
You got both Nier Automata ones. Congratulations. There is a variation of that one, depending on random chance, and you saw both of them tonight. So well done. But yeah, my name's Raka. If you don't know who I am, then, well, welcome to the channel. If you can't talk in chat, and you don't want to, give Twitch your phone number, I totally understand. I have been hate rated in the past, but feel free to follow the channel. In 24 hours, you'll be able to talk just fine. So the next time I'm casting a great game and you want to talk, you'll be able to. You can also follow my Twitter. It's right there. Or you can follow my Discord. It's down there. And yep, I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for being here. And we're going to go and raid over to Crushinator, who is casting Storm League at the moment. Thank you so much, SmackLoud.